Hi, welcome to the 5-minute mark. Today I'll be recapping the movie, The Maze Runner in just 5 minutes. Watch out, spoilers ahead. The movie starts with a boy waking up inside a metal elevator. When it opens, he's surrounded by other boys. Confused, he runs off but trips. He realizes he's trapped in a huge glade surrounded by tall walls. The boys toss him into a pit and lock him up. Later, a boy named Albie shows up. He asks who the new guy is, but the boy can't remember anything. Albie tells him that's normal and offers to give him a tour. Albie explains this place is the Glade, and every month the elevator, called the box, sends up supplies and one new boy. This time, it's him. Albie lays out 3 rules. Do your part. Don't hurt anyone. Never enter the maze. Curious, the boy explores the walls with Chuck. They watch 2 boys return from the maze. Curious, the boy walks nearer to the wall, but Gally stops him from getting any closer. Suddenly, a huge gust of wind and the sound of a high-pitched screech is echoed. Gally tells him whatever made that sound was called a griever. Then, the doors to the maze slowly shuts. That night, Gally challenges him to a wrestling match. Gally trips him, and he falls and hits his head. Suddenly in shock, he remembers his name. His name is Thomas. The next day, Thomas asks Newt if anyone ever escaped the maze. Newt says everything Thomas is thinking has already been tried and nothing works. While in the woods looking for fertilizer, Thomas is attacked by a sick glader named Ben. Thomas runs back, and Newt knocks Ben out and they hold him down. They find out Ben was stung by a griever. That normally doesn't happen in the middle of the day. However, anyone stung by a griever is banished into the maze, and no one has ever made it out alive. The next morning, Albie and another runner enter the maze. When they don't return, Thomas sees the runner Minho dragging an injured Albie. As the door slowly closes, Thomas runs in. Minho tells Thomas they're as good as dead. They hide Albie in the vines, but a griever appears. Minho runs away and Thomas stays and traps the griever in the vines. Minho appears again and is impressed by Thomas. The griever then gets free and chases the both of them. Thomas baits the griever into the closing walls, crushing and killing it. The next morning, everyone is shocked. Thomas and Minho survived and killed a griever. Newt officially appoints Thomas as a runner. The box suddenly returns, but instead of supplies, it brings a girl. She wakes up and mentions Thomas's name, then passes out. Gally grows suspicious of Thomas, but Thomas claims he doesn't know her. Thomas and the runners goes back into the maze to investigate the dead griever. Inside, they find a metal device with a number and the word wicked, the same label as their food supplies. Minho shows Thomas his map of the maze. He's been tracking every section, but still sees no exit. But now they might have a clue. The girl wakes up and tells Thomas her name is Teresa. She found 2 syringes in her pocket, both marked wicked. Thomas thinks they're a cure. When Albie becomes violent from the sting, Teresa injects him. He calms down instantly. The next day, Thomas and Minho go to Section 7. The device starts beeping, and they find a dead end. Suddenly, a door opens in the wall. A scanner flashes and alarms sound. The maze starts shifting. They sprint back, barely making it out. Back at the Glade, Albie wakes up and blames Thomas for keeping them here. That night, the maze doors stay open. Grievers invade and attack. While hiding, Albie sacrifices himself to save them. He tells Thomas to get everyone out before being taken. Desperate, Thomas stings himself with a griever needle to trigger his memories. He sees visions of himself and Teresa working for Wicked. He wakes up and tells the others the truth, but Newt says the past doesn't matter. They need to escape. The next day, they make a plan. Thomas, Teresa, and a few gladers go to Section 7. A griever guards the door. The boys attack it while Minho tells Teresa the code to unlock the door. More grievers arrive. They fight back and manages to hold the grievers off until the door unlocks. Inside, they find a lab filled with dead scientists. A video plays. Dr. Ava Page explains that the world was ruined by a deadly virus called the flare. The maze was a test to find immune survivors. She ends the video by shooting herself. Her body lies on the floor. Suddenly, Gally shows up, but he's stung. He blames Thomas and pulls a gun. Minho throws a spear, but Gally fires, killing Chuck. Soldiers arrive to rescue them and take them away in a helicopter, finally free of the maze. In the final scene, Dr. Ava Page is alive and says it's time for Phase 2, hinting that the maze was only the beginning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, leave a like and subscribe for more 5-minute movie breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.